Hi, I'm Dan. Welcome to my shop, and thanks for purchasing a Quilpo guitar stand. Let's get it set up. First order of business is to select a wide open space. It could be a tabletop, a living room floor with a carpet so nothing gets scratched. I like to use a cookie sheet and empty my hardware into here so nothing gets lost. We are going to begin by attaching these guitar body supports to the legs, and we're going to do that by selecting one of the threaded rods from the hardware kit. They'll be labeled. These will be, have two longish threaded rods that'll be labeled guitar body support. We're going to screw those into the threaded inserts that are inside these supports. Once that's done, we'll lay out the legs so that we see which direction they'll be pointing towards the front of the rack. The back part has the hardware inset. We want these two supports to be faced in so that they sort of cradle the guitar's body. And they're only going to fit in one way so that they're pointing in towards the center. Okay, I picked one that doesn't work. It sits in there and has a huge gap here, so we are going to switch that to this one. And that's perfect. That'll sit on this side of the guitar rack, and it will point in to cradle the body. Flip it upside down, and we'll select a flat washer and put it on that threaded rod, and then a small nut. This is easiest to do upside down. Kind of balance the nut on top of the threaded rod with a finger of one hand, and then spin it with your forefinger the other hand. It's going to tighten this now with the included wrench. Sometimes the threaded rod ends up closer to one wall to another. You can use the wrench when you're putting the washer in, you can use the wrench kind of to separate it, slide the washer in, and the washer will hold it towards the center. You can use the closed end of the wrench or the opened end of the wrench, like so, to tighten up those nuts. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, once that's tightened, we're going to attach these two to the center piece. Now, if you have a through hole in the middle, you'll also have a corresponding long threaded rod that'll fit through there, and these two will be attached with two nuts on both sides. Alternately, you may find that you have a threaded insert here, in which case you'll have two shorter threaded rods. One will thread in on each side, just like we did for these supports. And either way, you will have some long wooden dowels that fit into the top and the bottom hole, and those will go all the way through in either case. So let's set those dowels up. You'll either begin your threaded rods here, or you'll begin it on one side like this. Find the curved washer to sit inside that round hole, and we'll start a nut on this side of this leg. This leg will slide in. The washers will find their place. And then same thing on the other side. You'll see that there's a threaded rod poking out into this hole. So we're going to do the same thing. A rounded washer that seats against the inside of the hole, and a nut. Now if you have one with threaded inserts, you'll have one wrench. If it's a longer one like this model, you'll have two wrenches to tighten those nuts together. We want those washers to compress into the grain and make sure that there's no movement between any of the members. The hardware access holes get covered with these wooden tabs, and they are lettered, in this case A and B. And we'll have the letter on the cap touch the letter that's written in the access hole, and use these small gold screws to screw those in. Not too tight now, we don't want to break those caps. Great. Final order of business is to attach this, and there'll be an arrow showing you which way is up. And that's going to slide in the top to hold the guitar's neck. Before we do that, we'll take the guitar neck holder threaded rod and thread it into the metal insert. This leather is sewn in at the tips, but just hangs in the rest of the neck holder. So flip that outside out so we have access to the hole. I like to put in a washer now, flat washer, and slide it in. We'll put a nut right on the end of that threaded rod and tighten it up. We'll flip the leather back in, and there it is. So there's our stand all ready to go. Enjoy.